One text message, that's all it took. My phone vibrated while I was standing in the kitchen. A number I didn't recognize. No greeting, no explanation, just a screenshot and one sentence. I thought you deserved to know. I stared at the screen, not breathing, not blinking, just staring. My husband's name was at the top of the conversation. The man I'd trusted for 9 years. The man I thought I knew. The man I would have defended against anyone. And the message underneath? It made my stomach drop. My hands started shaking. I felt cold all over. But here's the thing. That screenshot wasn't even the worst thing I would discover. Not even close. Look, before all of this happened, I believed I had a good marriage. Not perfect, but good, solid, reliable. We had been together for 9 years, married for 7, built a life together, shared holidays, shared dreams, shared everything. And honestly, if someone had told me my husband was cheating, I would have laughed. That's how much I trusted him. He remembered anniversaries, made coffee every morning, checked on me when I was sick. The kind of man everyone said I was lucky to have. And maybe that's why the betrayal hurt so much. Because betrayal doesn't come from strangers. It comes from people you love. The first red flag appeared about 3 months before that text message. At the time it seemed small. Now it feels obvious. His phone suddenly became attached to him. Everywhere. Bathroom, garage, backyard, even the mailbox. I mean, seriously, who takes their phone outside just to get the mail? When I joked about it, he laughed, said he was expecting important work emails. Reasonable answer. So I let it go. Then came the passwords. Every device, every account, everything locked. When I asked why, he said his company had updated security policies. Again, reasonable answer. At least that's what I told myself. But something felt off. You know that feeling? That tiny voice that keeps whispering something isn't right? I ignored it, because trusting someone is easier than questioning them. Then came the late nights. At first once a week, then twice, then 3 times. Soon it felt like he was working late almost every day. And I know what you're thinking. Lots of people work late. You're right. But here's the thing. The stories kept changing. One night he said he was meeting clients. Later he referred to that same night as a team meeting. Another time he claimed traffic delayed him. Except a co-worker casually mentioned he had left the office early. Tiny inconsistencies. Tiny lies. Tiny cracks. And those cracks started spreading. Fast. The worst part? His behaviour at home changed too. Not dramatically, subtly, which somehow hurt more. He laughed less, touched me less, looked at me less, but he smiled at his phone constantly. That smile haunted me. Every evening, every night, the same smile. Have you ever watched someone slowly drift away while pretending everything is normal? It's heartbreaking, because you can feel it happening, but you can't prove it. Not yet. One Friday night, things almost came to a head. He fell asleep on the couch, TV still running, phone beside him. For a moment, I considered walking away. Then the screen lit up. A notification appeared. Just one line. Just enough to read. Miss you already? I froze. My heart slammed against my ribs. Who was sending that? Why would anyone send that? And more importantly, why was my husband smiling at messages like that every night? I reached toward the phone. Slowly, carefully. My fingers were inches away. Then I stopped. Should I look? Should I respect his privacy? What would you have done? Would you have opened it? Or walked away? I stood there debating with myself. Then suddenly his eyes opened. He grabbed the phone instantly. Too fast, far too fast. And the look on his face? Pure panic. Only for a second, but I saw it. Then he smiled, pretended nothing happened. But in that moment, something inside me changed. For the first time in 9 years, I didn't trust my husband. And 3 days later, that anonymous text message arrived. And when I opened the screenshot, my entire world began to collapse.